Hello, my name is Josh. I am a PhD student studying industrial and organizational psychology, and I write a lot of papers just like you. And if you clicked on this video, it's likely because you are sick and tired of trying to manage those citations and keep everything straight from paper to paper, from course to course. Well, I'm here to tell you Zotero is the answer to all of your questions and all of your concerns. So I am going to go ahead and get that installed, set that up with you, and we will get going, and I will show you exactly how I use Zotero to really keep my sanity through all of the writing and papers that I do. Head over to Zotero.org and go ahead and download that. We can do it for Mac, Windows, Linux, and iOS. What you're seeing today is a Mac. Go ahead and download that and get that installed on your system. Now we are going to register for an account as well. You will want this just because it's going to help sync everything across all of your devices, and you really just need that account. So go ahead and set that up. And once you set up that account, go ahead and come back over to the application, and you have a little sync arrow up here. Click that, open the sync preferences, and go ahead and log in with the account that you just set up. And here are some additional settings that you don't need to worry about. And now we are completely set up with Zotero. Now it automatically installed a Microsoft Word app that we're going to look at here in just a second. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get some citations and get some articles added to Zotero. And to do that, head over to your browser. I have already found a journal article. And if we have installed the browser application, it's going to show up right here as a PDF. All I have to do now is click that, and it's going to add it directly to my library in Zotero. So I can see this, and now what it has done, it has pulled in all of the metadata. I no longer have to look for authors, for DOIs, anything like that. It pulls it in automatically for most items. And what's great as well is it actually has a PDF. So it pulled in all this information, it pulled in the document. So now I can click on this PDF, opens in a new tab, and I can take this anywhere. I can take this offline if I want. I can download it and have it offline. So Zotero really brings all of your research into one place. And right now this is just added to my library. Say I want to add it to a specific class. So if I have Psych 490, now I have that folder. It's still in my library, so I'm just going to pull that over and drag it into Psych 490. And now all of my citations for this course can be added right here. Now if I add another course and I want to add the self-determination theory to that course as well, I can just come in here and I can drag it to the next folder. Now you will remember I said most things will pull in this bio information. There are some articles that will not. It might be they're old and they're scanned. For some reason they don't have that metadata in the file itself, so it won't actually extract that data. But it's not that difficult to really pull in that data, and you don't need to do it manually very often. So I have this article here. I already know that when I download this, it's not going to pull in the meta information, but still I can add that as a PDF directly to Zotero by clicking this PDF here. It says adding it to Psych 490, which is exactly where I want it to. So now if I look at this, I can still open it. The PDF is still there. I can still do my research in here, but it isn't attached with all the bio and the metadata like my other thing is. But actually it's pretty easy to do. So if I come back over to this browser, I found this article through Google Scholar, which is another great resource that I'll cover in a different video, but I found it right here. So Motivation, a Lit Review, that's where this article is. Right down here I have Cite. And what we're looking for is this RefMan. If you have your own your institution's library as well, they will generally offer a RefMan citation download. So to do that, I'm just going to click on RefMan. It's going to automatically ask if I want to import that to Zotero. Of course I do. Now it's going to put that in 490 again. So now I have the citation information and I have the PDF, but they're not together. All I got to do is just drag that over, and now I have a parent item with the citation information, and I have the PDF right there. So now I have added both of those citations. And of course, if you do have, the ISSN or DOI, you can still add that, but it pulls in a lot of the information just by doing the RefMan export. Another fantastic thing about Zotero is the Microsoft Word integration. So let's go ahead and jump over to Microsoft Word. And say we're typing along and we want to put an in-text citation right here. I'm going to go over here, and if I look up here, I have a Zotero tab here as well now, because that was automatically installed when I installed Zotero, the application. It put in the Microsoft Word extension as well. So now I just need to add a citation. It's going to ask me what style I'm writing in. For me, I'm going to write in APA 7th. And it's going to bring up this little bar here, and I just need to start typing either the author, or in this case, I'm typing the article title, and hit enter. And it has already added that in there for me. Now, this is actually editable text. So if, for instance, there's a second reference to the D.T. and Ryan, I can get in there and I can actually delete all of this information here. So if I need to, I can do that as well. I'm going to put that back. And this is still linked to Zotero. So let's say you're doing some research and realize that the 2008, that's actually not correct. So first of all, you're going to want to correct it in Zotero, because that's going to be really where all that information is. So let's go ahead and correct that in Zotero and find it here. And I'm going to change this to maybe 2009 and come back over to Word. And all I got to do is hit this refresh here. And because it's tied to it, it updates it to 2009. So that's super helpful to keep everything in order. And now at the end, I need to add references. Before, you have to do it manually, right? You have to go through, make sure it's alphabetized, everything like that. Not anymore with Zotero. Add bibliography, and it adds everything right in there alphabetically. So anything that you add with an in-text citation is going to be automatically added to your references there. And when you're done with your paper, just make sure you hit the refresh button, make sure everything refreshes. But everything is added in text, everything is added in the references section. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that video helpful. In all of my studies, I actually use technology a lot. So I will be posting some more videos about how I do some research with Google Scholar. If you do have any tips or tricks, whether it be on Zotero or anything else, feel free to put it in the comments. I know I would personally love to have any tips and tricks that I could possibly get my hands on. Or if you have any ideas for future videos, anything that you want to know more about, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. Until next time, thanks so much. Have a great day and happy writing.